Hey guys, it's Lisa from Turning Pages, and I'm here today to review The Kiss of Broken Glass by Madeline Cutterick. First off, please excuse the extremely messy bookshelf behind me. I plan on cleaning it tomorrow because I am a little bit behind on almost everything that I'm doing, but I definitely want to get this bookshelf cleaned before school starts again in a week and a half. Holy cow. So yeah, just excuse that. Don't even look at it. Just listen to what I'm saying. I'm just kidding. All right. The book that I'm reviewing today is Kiss of Broken Glass by Madeline Cutterick. I don't know if this is the final cover, but this is the cover that comes on the ARC. It's actually a very, very short book, and it's one of these types of books. So it was extremely short. I mean, the page lengths, there's not very many pages, and there's not very much writing on each page. Kiss of Broken Glass, I guess, doesn't really give away too much for me. Like, when I first looked at it, I was like, okay, Kiss of Broken Glass, what could this be about? Well, I didn't really know. This one's actually about a girl named Kenna. She's, I think, 15 years old, and she gets caught cutting her wrists in the school bathroom. The school she attends, this is actually something a lot of kids do. They think it's cool. They kind of show off each other's cuts. They enjoy actually doing it. They think it's just something normal. I don't really know. But a lot of kids do it, or at least the kids that Kenna hangs out with do it. One of her friends actually rats her out and reports her to the principal, saying she's cutting herself in the bathroom, and she gets Baker acted. In the area that she lives, there's this act called the Baker Act, and any teen that is caught cutting themselves or trying to commit suicide is sent to a kind of psych ward. This only goes for 72 hours though, so they have to stay there for 3 days and then they're let back out. Kenna, after being caught at school, is sent there and she has to stay 72 hours just like everybody else. So McKenna, like the rest of them, has to stay in the psychic ward for 72 hours, and she kind of sees this entire process as useless. She goes there for 3 days. She sits in a few of these conversation rooms with all the other kids that have to attend, and then basically gets to leave again, and her life goes back to normal. She goes back to the same school. She goes back and hangs out with the same kids, and things don't really change. She already knows that, and I liked that about her, I guess, that she realizes that these 3 days aren't going to completely change her life. Just because she's going to this thing that's supposed to help her so much doesn't mean automatically she's healed. And that's what I liked about this book, that it was real, and that it showed kind of there were even some characters that were in there for the 4th or 5th time already. It shows that you don't just do something and it works out the first time. It showed that you have to do it multiple times, and that kind of having this backward step, or kind of falling through, or kind of, I don't really know how to explain it, but failing is an option, and it's normal to make a mistake, and it's normal to have repercussions, or to, start cutting again, or trying to do that. I mean, she's been doing it for God knows how long, and just because she's here these 3 days doesn't mean that she's not gonna start doing it again or start thinking about it again. Well, anyways, that's why I really like this book. So it continues on. In these 3 days, she meets all kinds of people. She meets a girl that's been there a few times already. She meets a girl that actually really wants to get healed, and that even takes a step further and goes to a different kind of therapy place where she'll be staying for a few months at a time instead of just 3 days. She also sees this little boy that is accused of stabbing his teacher with a pencil, and then later sees him covered in his own blood. I mean, there was a lot of things going on in this book, but it all is in her perspective, and all her thoughts and ideas are in here, and it was truly amazing. I liked that she was real. I liked that she knew right away that she wasn't going to be perfectly healed when she was leaving this place. But I also liked that her thought process changed, and that now she wasn't focused on cutting herself or being best friends with one of these girls that she always talks about. Supposedly that's her best friend or part of her group or whatever. But she starts focusing much more on her family, on her little brother. I like that about it. There was really something symbolic in the book as well. The girl that actually wanted to get healed draws this like butterfly on their wrist, and the butterfly dies if you start cutting your wrist, and like that butterfly represents somebody you love, and you don't obviously want that person to die, so you don't cut yourself. And she actually draws this butterfly on Kenna's wrist, and Kenna makes it her little brother, so she obviously stops cutting herself. Obviously, there will be some temptations, like the girl that was in there a few times already even gives her tongue ring that has like a needle at the end, so she carries it around for a few days, which I know is absolutely disgusting, but she does, and she always has this urge. But then by the end of the book, you just see how much she's like developed and changed because she actually throws it away. I mean, there was just so many good parts about this book, and it was freaking real, which was one of my favorite elements. So the ending wasn't happy. It wasn't like sad. It wasn't happy. She got out, obviously, but it was normal. I thought it was like, it's not really a story. It's more of an experience. And, I actually really, really liked it. I'm on the side that loved it. I liked the characters. I liked that it was realistic. I liked that the ending wasn't extremely happy and that somehow everything was perfectly great. I liked that it was normal. Yeah, I actually really liked this one. It was a quick read. It was a little bit darker. It wasn't anything too like crazy, you know. So thank you guys so much for stopping by and watching my video. I definitely want to know what you think about this book, so comment down below and let me know your thoughts, your ideas, if you've read it, if you haven't, why did you like it, why didn't you like it, why haven't you read it yet, anything, just comment down below. I'd love to know what you're thinking, and again, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.